Surprise, Saucy Opinion! Now, I know we said our next movie on the Saucy Opinions is Superman, but the other night we were browsing through, all 8 streaming services? And we ended up on Prime, and turns out there's a new movie released on Prime, which is Heads of State. I will say I do feel like this is a random one for us to come out of nowhere and kind of review. We had nothing else planned to watch, so it was one of those we're looking at it, we could just put it on. And it was actually pretty good. Honestly, in the last couple years, I guess it was, due to, you got Ricky Stenicki, there's Suicide Squad, you had Peacemaker Season 1. John Cena really just kind of became a more lovable character in Hollywood, in my opinion. His movies are enjoyable to watch. They're not bad, corny. He's a good actor, you know? Riding off of Suicide Squad as well, you had that John Cena, Idris Alba chemistry, which kind of followed over into this movie. So it was fun to kind of see those characters get to play with each other again.
I love when actors work together in one movie, and then they go work together in another movie where I'm like, they're probably friends, and they work well together, clearly, if they're willing to do another movie together,
right?
Sign up for it, or were asked for it. I don't know, I like it.
All right, we'll give a slight spoiler warning. I don't think we're going to be directly saying any spoilers, but we are going to talk about the movie a little bit. So maybe if you don't want to know some plot things that happened, go ahead and get on out of here. Yeah, so I'll be honest, I had some low expectations for this movie. I didn't go in thinking it was going to be anything great.
But honestly, Prime movies, pretty good movies.
More just all Prime content right now. It's been slapping. It's pretty good. You had Fallout. Crazy good. Hell, Stenicki was also a Prime movie. The Boys, come on.
Prime is good. I don't know. They're doing something different over there.
Prime is Prime. So your plot of the movie here is you have 2 heads of state coming together, and they kind of get trapped in almost like a terrorist attack, kind of, where they now have to rely on each other and each other's country's abilities to try and come together and overcome it, pretty much. One of the things that really kind of caught me off guard in this movie, which I actually really enjoyed, was the amount of, it sounds weird, but the amount of death. Especially for this kind of film, you're not expecting there to be so many casualties in this movie. I don't want to say a theme, but one of the themes I noticed in this movie was everyone who got close to one of the heads of state ended up dying, or they were a casualty. And so there was a lot of death in this movie, which sounds weird to say, but I really liked it. Because it just really caught you off guard.
Yeah. In today's day and age, you don't usually get a lot of that. And I think it made it a little more believable, too. Mm-hmm. So not everyone was surviving. It was a little bit of realism to it with the over-the-top action sequences, but still, some realness.
I think the classic is you go, oh, this is going to be a corny action kind of movie, but even right when it starts, you're like, hey, that guy just got fucking murdered. You're like, oh shit, hey, this is pretty serious. Whoa, there's some stuff going down here. This movie had a lot of good jokes on kind of the current political climate and kind of poked and teased at our country, obviously, a little bit. But they did a good job of kind of staying on the fence where it wasn't in your face about it or anything, or it's just, hey, they're talking about us in that one, oh shit. Yeah, so the rest of your movie is then you're following John Cena and Idris Alba as they try and figure out who is the snake in the grass in their government teams and who's the inside man kind of being a terrorist and pulling all these bad strings. And I will say, there's a couple twists and turns that I did not expect. All right, it's time for the My Saucy Opinion. I think it's safe to say this one's going right in the middle here. It had some heat.
I think John Cena has a type of comedy, and this is kind of his type of comedy. I'm thinking of another movie we saw with him and Keegan-Michael Key where they're working in a fire station or something. I can't remember what it was called. It was years ago. It gives me that kind of comedy. Mm-hmm. And then even same with Suicide Squad. Kind of he just has his style, and that's what this movie brought to me. Which isn't bad. I like it. But there was nothing too amazing. Nothing over the top that was rating it as spicy or an extreme.
I think it's safe to say this was a good movie to release on a streaming service. It's you don't really want to go out of your way to pay for this one. It's not that good, but it's still enjoyable, and you're gonna be entertained watching it. Like she was saying, it is a classic John Cena comedy, so it's gonna have those John Cena comedy elements in it, and then you have that seriousness of Idris Alba to kind of balance that out, which is really nice. It did have a couple sequences in the movie where you're like, I don't think that can happen, but it's cool for an action movie, and it made it entertaining and enjoyable. Yeah, so I think this one is kind of balancing out right in the middle here. We're on a heat streak, I guess, with Jurassic and now this one. This ended up being our Friday night movie, and it turned out better than we had expected, so we thought we would go ahead and share it. I will say we did watch Blink twice last night, and that was a really good movie. One we missed in theaters, but I don't know, maybe we'll have to do something on it. It was actually really good. There was a lot of good plot points. It was mysterious.
If you blink, you miss something.
Yeah, literally. Well, I hope you all enjoyed watching this short episode of my Saucy Opinion here. Now, the next one is Superman. I guess be on the lookout Friday night for Superman. You know it'll be there. Hope you all enjoyed watching the video here today. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one.